Hi, I'm Aura, and I'm the host of Collective Mind. And I have Charlie in the cutest possible way. She is, wrapped up inside my robe. I'm a little cold, so I have my robe over the sweater I was wearing anyway, and she was really, really snuggly. So I tucked her into it, and she's thrilled. Are you a happy little puppy? Gotta make sure you can see her. Yeah. Are you a happy little snuggly puppy? Hi, Mia. Primal Pack, I did not unmute you yet, but now I
Oh,
did.
wow, I see how it is. I said hello and everything, and you just had me muted, making me look
Uh-huh.
like an asshole.
No.
No, no, no.
I do have a new follower that happened before the stream started, so let me turn on the old type of follower alert thing quick so that we can see it. Because the new kind doesn't, do the replays for some reason. So we'll see if it works. Maybe. Maybe I need to do it again. But it already went up to 41. Okay, I broke it, but it's Pearl Tortellini, I think. Thanks for
Bro.
following.
Here, let me stop streaming as well so that doesn't come through on the stream accidentally.
Yeah.
Because it might count as a Discord sound.
Wait, you see 43? Hold on, let me look.
Where do I see that? Oh
Wait,
yeah, I
it
see
is. It does
43.
say 43. What the
Yeah,
heck?
what?
I guess that maybe the other ones like made their follows private or something weird happened. They're not coming up on my thing. But it comes up on my activity feed on Twitch, so I guess I'll say it like that. Uh, Paladrix Gaming and Space Brain, thank you for following.
Space Brain.
And I will do this a couple more times until it gets up to 43. Perfect. Okay, now
Where the
I
heck
should
do I
have
get
started this loading
those?
before I did that. Are you not quite comfy? What do you mean?
Aww,
What happened?
that's Inazuma. Wait, what was the other one? Stardust Exchange? I could buy them. Heck yeah, dude. How many do I need? 3.
Okay, alright. What? Where are you going? Oh, you don't want to cuddle anymore? That's pretty rude, but okay. Are you leaving me?
Tamina Fortree, Sunken Sands.
Are you going away? Maybe you were
Is that
too warm. Sorry. I'll help if you want to go. That's okay. I'll hold it. You're safe. There you go. Okay. Oh, where are you going now? Okay. I'm there. I'm just gonna put this on you in case it's part of some kind of escape attempt. To just run wild all around the apartment.
Mastery?
Okay.
Wait, that's rude. Where do I
I'm
get those?
wearing some makeup today, but it's boring makeup. Because I had to go to the DMV get my stupid picture taken for a stupid new ID. And they didn't make me do the whole process to get a totally new one. They were completely fine just updating the address. So I should have been able to just do it online, but online didn't give me that option, so that's really stupid, and I didn't need to stress out so much over getting all the paperwork together, because I literally didn't need any paperwork. And that made me realize too that it's kind of stupid that they make me have the ID match my address and everything for picking up the new meds, because when I updated that on my ID, they didn't even make me show anything to prove that was actually my address. So
Mm-hmm.
it's not actually like better proof. It would be more effective for like proving that if I were to like hand the pharmacy something that proves my address, like a bank statement or whatever.
Wait, where the heck is it? I can't find the domain.
What domain?
Domain of forgery, sunken sand.
Where is it supposed to be?
I
Do you
don't
know?
know. It's just an ascension material, and I don't know how to get it.
Is it in an area you can't get to yet?
Weapon ascension material. Watasumi Island is the furthest from Narukami Island. Inazuma.
Did you say Sunken Sands? It's on
Yeah, it's
Inazuma.
Inazuma.
Sorry.
Man. Goodbye.
I was like, I know I saw one on Inazuma. I wonder if it's that. It is. Sorry about it.
It's just more motivation to go there.
You're really, really close.
Well, what did you say the quest was that I needed to do?
The autumn one.
Autumn Wind, Scarlet Leaves?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna do that now and just bust it out.
Yep.
Because I really want to get to Inazuma.
I'm just like one thing past that.
I need to get to Inazuma so I can get materials for Ayaka to level her up. I just got a 5-star sword that I need materials from Inazuma. And Toma I need materials for.
Do I talk to you? I don't know. It seems like it. Okay.
Hello there. You must be seeking refuge with the International Trade Association.
Maybe. I don't remember.
The Outlander Affairs Agency took you for all you're worth, I suppose.
Yeah, I just remembered that I was like not functioning at the end of yesterday's stream. So hopefully I remember enough of the gist of what's going on.
Yeah, I managed to get Ayaka. Although, somehow, in the entire time that this banner has been running and I've just been pulling random shit, I've gotten 4 Sucroses. So I've gotten Sucrose unlocked, and then I have 3 of their constellation points too. And they're so much fun. They're so much fun. Ideally, I would like to not use Jean if we play together today.
Okay.
Because she's honestly a little overpowered, and even if she is the main healer, I need to not play her right now, I think.
That's fine.
So I'm gonna fuck with some other characters.
Yeah, I'm trying to get into the country. I think I'm gonna answer this very nearly, because if I say, luckily I had a friend with me, but the friend is not currently with me, then maybe he'll try to take me for all I'm worth, but if he thinks I'm out of money, then maybe he won't.
Ah, good. That's a relief. You need to be careful, or you'll find
Why would
yourself
that be a
losing your
relief?
savings all at once.
Losing almost all of my savings is also bad, which is what I answered. That's really rude. You seem not very nice.
We heard the association has been having some difficulties lately. Is that true?
I'm not on auto. It's not gonna play by itself.
Left, right, and center. Obstacles at every turn. But that's nothing new for us.
The Sakoku decree certainly makes things difficult for anyone who wants to come here from overseas.
But it's not the root cause of our woes.
Oh,
The Sakoku decree might restrict our scope of
I haven't
activity.
been there yet. Oops.
But in and of itself, it doesn't stop us from being able to enjoy a comfortable existence. No. What's really squeezing us Outlander merchants dry is those Mora grubbers from the Kanjo Commission.
Oh, of the 3 commissions, that's the one that oversees everything on retail, isn't it?
That's right. They impose astronomical tax rate, unbelievable regulations, and that's not the worst of it. They just issued a new tax decree recently that, for some reason, completely changes the way we pay our taxes. It used to be Mora, but now it's something called Crystal Marrow.
Crystal marrow. What's that?
Something that most of us in the association had never heard of before either, until the new decree came along. Eventually, one of the older Liyue merchants recalled that he once shipped a batch of it to Snezhnaya in his youth. So, in order to pay our taxes, we began an arduous search for this crystal marrow. But then we found we'd only managed to create a bigger problem for ourselves. The rising demand for crystal marrow drove the price higher and higher. Now there's only one vendor who even has it in stock. We can't get a hold of it anywhere else.
Isn't that what they call a monopoly?
Exactly.
God, I'm so
So this
excited
vendor
now.
keeps pushing the price up, and we have no choice but to buy from them because the tax decree forces us to. It's a vicious cycle, the consequence of which is that our taxes will soon exceed our profits. And once that happens...
What the fuck?
Hmm?
I'm like really disco out of nowhere.
I mean, you guys are playing the game, you're excited about it, there's been some cool story developments.
Yeah, but not in the part that I'm doing right now.
Yeah, but you guys were just blurry because you were watching us do the part with Dainsliff.
Yeah.
Because there were some people that really liked that one. And you did rapid switch right before the stream started.
I did?
Yeah. But you don't remember that?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Who is out?
I don't know their name. There was a little.
Okay. Sure.
It was a couple, actually.
Okay. I know we were switching a lot when we were watching you do shit. Because Primal Pack hadn't done We Will Be Reunited yet, and we just watched them finally get to that point, so we get to finally talk to them about it, because we didn't want to spoil it for them.
Yeah, because that was a lot of stuff, and it was so cool.
And that would have been such a huge thing to spoil, too.
God, I would have been so sad.
Because the game doesn't, like, set you up to expect that to happen right then. The game sets you up to expect it to, like, take the entire length of the game to see them again. Or certainly longer than this.
Yeah. Careful not to spoil it too hard on stream because of Ellie.
Well,
If they
Ellie's
watch
not
it
in
back?
chat currently as far as I know, and if she has
Oh, the
been watching
true
back old
shit.
streams, I did it on stream. So, like,
That's true. Never mind. It doesn't matter.
I don't think
Sorry.
I can worry too much about spoiling shit that I've already done on stream during
Yeah,
new streams.
that's entirely fair.
Yeah. It's completely different if you get ahead of me and I see you do something that I don't know about yet. Like if you didn't realize that a big thing was about to happen in a quest or something and I happen to be watching you play and I see it, I won't spoil that on stream. Yes, thank you so much for not telling me spoilers, Mia. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, I get how hard it can be. This game is really exciting and cool.
Maybe I'm just too warm.
Could be.
Maybe I
You did
warmed
just
up.
get up
Nope,
and stuff.
I got very cold the second I took that off my shoulders. Never mind.
Ah,
It's
sorry.
fine. It's fine. At least when I got the new ID, I hate the picture a lot.
Yeah, that always happens though.
But I got so lucky with my first picture, I didn't really mind it at all.
I always hate pictures.
Yeah.
It's a too blatant reminder that the body is not the same and shit.
That's a really good point though, Mia. That, like, keeping spoilers from me also lets you see my actual real reactions in real time when I see the like big plot developments and stuff. So like it's good for you too. The only thing you would get out of spoiling it for me is seeing my like sad, annoyed, disappointed reaction to having it spoiled, you know? Focus on game. This is absurd treatment, yes.
We've tried communicating with the Commission directly, but this is a nation where the cries of a few struggling merchants will never be heard over the ever-present roar of thunder. Fontaine, my dear homeland. I miss you an awful lot at the moment.
Sounds awful. They're really bleeding them dry. What do you think we should do?
That sucks, Mia. I'm sorry.
Huh?
Season has been obvious bump in their hair every time they've had an ID photo, which sucks.
I keep trying to fix my hair and shit too, and I keep having just little random bumps and stuff in it.
We were positioned badly for this picture, so we had like a really bad double chin in the picture.
Yeah, you were also like shorter in it, so it was aiming down some.
Yeah, the angle was bad because we were in our wheelchair.
Yeah, whereas
And-
most of the other time you've been standing, I think.
Well, the only other time we ever had an ID picture, yeah.
Yeah.
Because that was our first ID. You know what else really, really sucks? If we had been able to do it online, like we should have been able to, we should have just been able to select, I don't need the fancy new kind of ID, I just need to update the one I already have, thank you very much. If we had done it online like that, we would have just been able to keep the old picture. I'm pretty sure. Because it would have just left everything else on it the same and changed the address and sent us a new one in the mail.
Yeah. Was your old one expired, or did we
Nope.
need to just... Oh, was it just the address then?
Literally just the address. But the website made it seem like if I was changing anything about it, I had to get the new kind of ID, which required me to act like I was getting an ID for the first time. Come in with literally all of my documents proving who I am and where I live and everything.
That's weird.
And then once I got in there, they were like, oh, change of address? Cool. What's your new address? Okay, here's where you take your picture. $8. Done. It's just like, wait, what? And they were like, you don't need the new kind, right? I was like, no, but the website made it seem like I had to. Do I not have to? Cool, great. This whole file full of documents I brought with, I'll just set that to the side. It's fine. We also don't have like a real smile in the picture, but I kind of expected that. I think we got lucky last time. I think like Anna might have been able to switch in time like just for the picture part of the ID last time. I didn't know about the system yet when we got that ID, but looking back at the picture, I'm pretty sure that's what happened. Because it looks like an Anna smile. And so that picture is actually pretty good, but oh well. When it expires in a few years and we get a new one, maybe we'll get a better picture then. And it doesn't matter. Like, it looks enough like us. It functions for what it's supposed to do, and most people don't like their ID photos. But I'm still mad about it, you know?
That vendor. I've actually done business with him in the past, but after a point he stopped contacting us. I have no idea where he sources the stuff.
Well, it definitely sounds like he's being unfair. How do we find him? We could go talk to him and see if he lets anything slip.
Hey, that's a pretty good idea. Since you're not affiliated with the association and you're new to Rito,
Shit,
he
I
may
should
just
take
let his
meds.
guard down. If I remember correctly, our usual meeting point with him is under a
forgot
tree
about
by the
that.
coast in the residential district. See if you can find him there.
Got it! We're on the case!
Also, I just remembered. We should have been able to do it in the city that we live in, but the DMV in our city apparently closed down. And so we drove there and it was just locked, and whatever sign had been there wasn't even there anymore. It had water damage or been ripped off or whatever. And so we ended up having to go half an hour to the next town over to do it anyway. When we should have been able to just do it online. When it expires, we might just get the new kind of ID. Just to make sure we don't have to deal with any of that anymore. But I guess it depends on what the situation is like when we get to that point in a few years, and how stressful that would be and how unnecessary it feels and stuff. But and I think the new type of ID, I think they implemented it within a year, maybe within a couple months of when we got that ID originally. We were right on the border of just already having that kind of ID. But we didn't. Where am I going? Okay, this way. I shall find shady person. And probably poke them with my sword. Is it you?
Huh?
I'm gonna talk to you with my
I
sword.
don't think I recognize you. Are you new arrivals?
Wait. Should I confirm that I'm new? Yeah.
So, what do you need with me? The sheer nerve. You don't go around asking questions like that. If I gave you my sources, I might as well hand you the whole darn business. Trade secret. Got it? You know what trade and secret mean, right?
Wow. I hate this guy.
This guy's got a bad attitude.
Yeah, exactly, Paimon. What?
Oh, sorry, I have the stream muted so I don't hear double.
Oh, it's okay. No worries. This is also technically spoilers for you, and I never know at what point it might be,
Yeah.
actually plotty spoilers.
That's fair.
So, whatever you want to do. I also might... I think I'm having some trouble processing this, so I might not get very far in quest stuff before I give up and go do other kinds of stuff, and I might end up doing that co-op. I don't know. We'll see if my brain starts, processing at all, or if I can at least get far enough to unlock the area that I need to gather resources in, because then we could do that in co-op. Because that'd be nice. You could come gather stuff in my Inazuma. Technically, if we need different stuff. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if I've been able to... if I'd be able to reach it, though.
I think so. I think you'd be able to go wherever in my world is unlocked, right? But we also might need the same stuff. I don't know. In which case, that'd be pretty rude if you came in and stole all my shit. You know? But maybe you need different shit. I don't know. Hey, ass butt, reduce your prices.
Are you even buying? Oh, I see what's going on here. Karisu and his associates sent you here to try and plead their case, didn't they? They're wasting their time. The price is non-negotiable, not by a single Mora.
Wow.
Hey, what's your problem?
Can I use my sword
Get out of
now?
here, go on. Tell them they're lucky to be buying from me in the first place, and they ought to be more grateful. If it weren't for me, they'd be in seriously hot water.
do? There's no talking to this guy. Good idea. Let's check back in with him.
I have a funny feeling even if I'd claimed to be the fixer, everybody around here would know who the actual fixer is. And it wouldn't work. Hello.
That was quick. You resolved it already?
No.
Actually, we're having a little trouble.
No? Well, by all means, tell me what you need. I'll help as much as I can. Getting you to go fixing
See,
things when
you're
you've only
nice.
just arrived is quite a demand. Oh, that guy? I'm familiar.
I figured.
He used to be a bit of a sorry sight, selling shells that he'd collect on the beach just to get by, but he seems to have suddenly shot up in the world recently. I can only assume he must have found himself a patron after leaving the International Trade Association.
Huh. You're saying he used to be a member of the International Trade Association? So he's an Outlander too?
Yes. Couldn't you tell when you spoke to him?
I don't know that anything specifically sounded
That's
like
right.
Mondstadt.
Werner was born
Okay,
in
well.
Mondstadt, then went into the shipping business, trading between Leah and Inazuma. When Inazuma closed to the outside world, he was one of a group of Outlanders that ended up stranded on Rito.
Huh. What a bummer.
The International Trade
That's why he's
Association
so
was initially
tired.
very generous to him, but over time, with decree after decree, the association members found it increasingly difficult to make ends meet.
So he
It's
left
just
the
a shadow.
association and turned his back on them.
I'm sure it's more nuanced than that. I believe even the most ungrateful and cold-hearted of people still have some amount of gratitude and warmth left in them somewhere.
That's very kind and innocent of you. You little cinnamon roll. I'm not sure I can agree with you. But it's very sweet.
Really? Is that all you need to know?
Oh,
Well
Okay.
then, it sounds like you may have found a way in with him.
hey person from Mondstadt. I'm the savior of Mondstadt. Do what I say. Is that what I'm doing? Is that how I'm gonna negotiate with this guy?
What are you doing back here? Just because I got plenty of time on my hands doesn't mean I want to waste any of it talking to you.
It was the wind.
Huh? Where's this coming from?
I know about Mondstadt. Bird Serenade. I want to talk about Venti.
Mondstadt? You were talking about Mondstadt.
Yeah, I know Mondstadt. What? I don't have... What? I can give him anything? Well, I know this is from Mondstadt, but I need those. Are these from Mondstadt? Maybe it would only highlight the things that would work. Yeah, that's from Mondstadt. I got a million of those. You can have this. Here you go.
Goodness, I can sense it now. So familiar, but I can't remember the last time I was there. The scent of Mondstadt. Oh, how it takes me back.
Yeah, so now that you're remembering the City of Freedom, stop, like, fucking over everyone else's freedom.
Ah, my hometown, the home of freedom. How I long to go back and visit.
It's working!
Hi, Ashley.
Hey, Ashley.
Oh, somebody got
So,
close.
Trying to play my heartstrings like a liar, are you? I know what you're up to.
No, honey, it's okay. You can hang out, but let me front for a little. A little like you, exactly. Oh,
Huh?
okay.
What is this? What are you up to now?
Just close your eyes already.
You mean the sound of the ocean?
I don't know which of these is right. I hope they're both okay.
Leah Harbor. I can see it so clearly. Oh, and the sound of the waves. The calls of the merchants. Xiao lanterns. I'm right there at the lantern right. Oh, look at them floating up into the sky.
This guy has a really active imagination. Either that or he really does miss Liyue Harbor.
Liyue.
I'm gonna have one of my seashell things. Yeah. There you go.
Wait. Stop. That's enough. Don't make me relive it anymore. My poor heart can't take it. You mean the folks from the International Trade Association? And I suppose they are far from home, just like me. Often, I'll sneak down to the shore at night and listen to the sound of the waves. I like to imagine it's the voice of my hometown, carried across the ocean. I've run into folks from the association more than a few times doing just that, but I always hide my face and slip away. Don't you think I've wanted to talk things through with them and free myself from this anguish?
What's stopping
well,
you?
no one's stopping you, so...
They're so resilient. None of them had anyone else to rely on, so they rallied together, committed to finding a way to survive. But I couldn't do it. I'm not strong enough. So I caved. Those people, they'd make the smallest of promises, offer the most measly benefits, and I'd do whatever they asked of me. And make Mondstadters look like the worst people in the world. All right, I'll tell you the whole story. It's eating me
Sounds
up
good.
inside, and I can't take it anymore.
I'll help.
You ready to talk now?
But I betrayed them. I can't show my face there.
Come on, you scaredy cat. Look, you messed up, but now it's time to make things right.
That's why I
So
put
come
them
on,
on.
get it off your chest. What's the deal here?
Yeah.
It's a scheme by the tax collection Ashigaru, Keijiro and his companions. They start by overtaxing the merchants, then take the extra crystal marrow they receive and stockpile it. Once the merchants run out of places to buy crystal marrow, they get me to sell that extra stock back to the merchants at an extortionate price, with the proceeds going to the tax collection Ashigaru.
Of course.
It's plain evil gouging them like this.
I'm their puppet, yes. But my cut is a tiny fraction of what we take in total. It's barely enough for me to live on. Evidence? You're right. Without conclusive evidence, he will never admit it. Now that I think about it, whenever I report back to him after a sale, he always heads to the same place. It's always made me suspicious.
Good, I'm
As
glad
it
you paid
happens,
attention.
I handed some Mora over to him not long ago. I can show you where he went if you want.
Really? Well, then there's no time to lose. Let's go.
No time lose. Let's go. Honey. Hi. Ow. Fuck. It's fine. I don't want to at least a little bit. But maybe I should just let them do it. Why do you want to play this
Keijiro,
part so
it's
bad?
him.
It's about taxes.
After him!
Without being noticed. What? I'm going the wrong way.
It's not like I'll get any customers.
Any Outlanders are having trouble. Feel free to visit the International
This.
Trade
Okay.
He's getting further and further away!
I'm going.
Let's
I'm
catch up a
going.
little.
Ah, Ryoko, how's business?
All the better thanks to your generous patronage.
Good. Thankfully, I earn plenty these days.
Oh, but of course, tax collection is difficult work.
Too close! It's too close! He'll notice us for sure! He's getting further and further away!
Yeah, I know.
Let's
You
catch up
just
a
made me
little.
run away from him.
Now, who else is behind on payments? Let me think. Yes, the Trade Association clique still needs to be brought into line.
Eh. Oh my god.
What was
You're
that
so
sound?
fast.
Quiet! Don't let him find us!
Must be hearing things. Ah, drat, I'm behind schedule. I need to hurry.
No, don't hurry. I'm slow.
Let's catch up a little. Huh? Where'd he go?
Did I lose him?
He was right there a moment ago. Seems he disappeared in a blink of an eye. If only we made less noise.
Rude Paimon.
Should I close early? It's not like I'll get any customers.
Keijiro, it's him.
After him!
It would be less suspicious to just walk behind him, probably, but you know.
Ah, Ryoko, how's business?
All the better thanks to your generous patronage.
Good. Thankfully, I earn plenty these days.
Oh, but of course, tax collection is difficult work.
Now, who else?
Too close! That's too close!
No, I went the wrong way.
For sure!
It's fine, you won't see me.
Should I close early?
And this lovely lady won't tattle. Oh my god.
What was that sound?
Quiet!
Crouch, please.
Must be hearing things. Ah, drat, I'm behind schedule. I need to hurry.
He's getting further and further away! Let's catch up a little. He's getting further and further away!
I'm going.
Let's catch up a little.
Did I lose him? Oh no, I got it. Okay. I was so close the first time.
What could he be doing at a place like this?
It looked like he buried something over there, didn't it? Why don't we take a look? Huh? Where'd he go? He was right there a moment ago. Seems he disappeared in a blink of an eye.
I know. That's not digging.
Whoa, it's a ledger.
Oh.
Boring! Hyman thought he'd hidden a big pile of Mora here. Yeah.
Let me take a look here. Ah, yes! This is what we're looking for. A clear and complete record of every single transaction, each one proof of his guilt.
Great! Well, now we have our hard evidence. Let's go tell Karisu the good news, shall we?
I'll say goodbye to you here then.
Huh? You aren't gonna come with us?
I need a little more time before I'm ready to face the head of the association. I'm sorry.
Huh. Poor Werner's a pretty awkward guy, huh? If only we made less noise.
Sorry, hold on just a second. Okay, sorry. I think we're okay now. I had to make sure things were okay inside and stuff. And then I spilled a drink on myself and had to like on one of my blankets, and I had to like deal with that. But now I think things are okay. So what the heck am I doing?
I'll be right back again.
Okay, no worries.
That
Here.
stretch feels good.
Thanks, Ashley, for welcoming me back, and all of you for your patience. Yeah, maybe? Or... yeah.
But we really don't have anything left. If this keeps up, our sales will come in at a loss. There'll be nothing left for us to do but starve.
You know the decree. The rules are the rules. No discounts, no exceptions, and no excuses. And who are you? Another new member of the association?
It just so happens that we found your little ledger, so now we're here to tell everyone all about how you embezzled crystal marrow to sell it right back to the taxpayers.
Huh? Is this true?
You've been swindling us!
Well, you see, the taxes,
Let me take a look at the ledger.
Gladly. Is it a metallic or I
Well,
have no
would you
idea,
look
actually.
at that? Every payment the association has made is right here in your personal ledger. So, Mr. Keijiro, it seems you have some explaining to do. How shall we settle this,
So you think you can use this against me, do you? It's quite obvious that I'm merely trying to earn a modest living for myself,
Modest
like anyone
living,
else.
sure.
Word has it that samurai and the commission place great importance on reputation and prestige. Though I'm sure commission members won't blame you once word gets out.
Huh? Is that a threat? Are you threatening me?
Sure.
No, not
threaten
at
you.
all. I'm
Oh.
simply stating that it would be quite a pity if an illustrious gentleman such as yourself were to have their reputation tarnished.
Do you want more cuddle
Well,
time,
even if
Charlie?
what you say is true, what do you suggest we do about it?
I believe you still have a quantity of crystal marrow in your possession, correct? Perhaps that crystal marrow could be used as compensation for the recent tax hike, and us merchants could finally have some more breathing room.
Is that it?
Oh, do you have any idea the hoops I had to jump through to get the crystal marrow and keep it hidden? Fine. In that case, I'll send it over to you today.
And not even an ounce of shame for his actions.
So that's it? My shop's been closed for weeks now. I've even had to ask my friends to help bail me out. What about my losses?
Come on, Harrison. We've already struck a good deal here.
I'm sick of being pushed around like this. I won't let him off so easily.
Harrison!
Hey, what's all this racket? Does someone dare question the decree?
Ah, Chief, you've arrived.
What was all the commotion I heard just now?
Oh, we were just discussing a minor tax issue. I do my utmost to lend them a helping hand, but they're never grateful.
A helping hand? The only thing you're doing is stuffing your greedy pockets with our hard-earned wealth. I assure you that Hirage Shinsuke will hear of this.
Oh, and you dare to utter the Commissioner's name. You Outlanders have no respect
boy.
for the rules. Seize the merchants. We will resolve this dispute back at headquarters.
Boy.
Uh-oh. This is going in a bad direction.
Gentlemen, come now. Is there any need for this? If there's a dispute to resolve, let's get a drink and talk it over.
Who are you supposed to be? And why in my right mind would I join you for a drink?
You never heard of the Fixer?
Here's my card.
Huh. You're from the
Doesn't
Yashiro
wanna
Commission.
cuddle. Why does you come over here?
Huh. Well, this is Kanjo Commission territory. However powerful the Yashiro Commission may be, you have no business meddling in Rito's affairs.
Of course not, of course not.
Cuddles.
Still, perhaps you could show the young...
If she's gonna ask to come over here, she is going to endure cuddles and attention and a million pets and some squishes. I'm wearing makeup, you can't look at my face. Where do you think you're going? Are you whirling away again? Are you leaving me? Oh, okay, that's not that. It's fine. Alright. Fine. What? Headphones, you can't die this early in the stream. Just because I was using you before the stream started doesn't mean you can die. That's not allowed. Okay. I have one headphone for a little bit. Should be fine. Everything's fine.
lady of our clan some courtesy. You wouldn't want your name showing up in a petition to the Shogun, would you?
That fan, the Shirasagi Himegimi. I don't need any trouble with her. Okay, let's forget all this. It'll give us one less thing to worry about.
But, Chief!
Enough! We're leaving!
Let's get dinner one day soon, gentlemen. My treat, I insist. No response, huh? I suppose that bridge is well and truly burned then.
Thank you so much, Toma. But I'm sorry your relationship with the Kanjo Commission had to suffer for our sake.
Hey, I was joking. It's a small price to pay, and you're more than welcome. If there's anyone you should be thanking, it's the Traveler. She's the one who found a way to turn things around. If nothing else, I'm sure the tax collection Ashigaru will tread a little more carefully in the future.
Toma, what was all that?
Shh, not here. Too many people listening. Let's move somewhere else.
Should I close early?
I swear, she always moves just out of camera range.
Enjoy the blessing of Lesser Lord Kusanali. An Aishan blessing now 10% off.
This way, I guess.
Ores and jewelry from Liyue. You can't find a better
Oh,
deal.
there you are. Okay. This is 3 feet away. I don't know how this is more private, but whatever.
Corruption seems rife in the Kanjo Commission. They truly are rotten to the core. All right, time for me to answer your questions. What would you like to know? Straight to the point. Let me reintroduce myself.
Okay.
I belong to the Kamisato clan of the Yashiro Commission on Narukami Island. I'm an attendant of the Shirasagi Himegimi.
You've been keeping your true identity a secret from us this whole time?
It's okay, Charlie.
So, the Yashiro Commission. Guessing that's another branch of the Tri-Commission?
Correct. The Kamisato clan is the head of the Yashiro Commission, who manage ceremonial and cultural affairs. I'd go into more detail on what exactly that covers, but I'm not even sure myself. I'm just someone who was fortunate enough to be taken in by the Kamisato clan. My role is to take care of the daughter of the clan, Kamisato Ayaka, also known as the Shirasagi Himegimi.
Seems like she must be super famous in Inazuma, given
Is
the
that because
reaction of
they're
those guys just now.
Oh, most definitely. She's graceful, dignified, and kind-hearted, too. The people of Inazuma quite adore Miss Kamisato. Her fame even somewhat eclipses that of her older brother, Kamisato Ayato, despite the fact that he's the current head of the clan. I suppose those who treat others with compassion earn themselves the same treatment in return. Miss Kamisato's situation certainly seems to attest to that. Take me, for example. I'm just an attendant, and yet she treats me as an equal, as she would a friend. You're asking the right questions, and to be honest, I don't want to keep you in the dark any more than is necessary. Firstly, you should know that being a fixer is not something you can fake. I spent the better part of a month tirelessly building up a network of relationships on the island, and I got to know Captain Beto during that time too.
Still pretty good going for just a month's work.
Well, maybe I have a slight knack for schmoozery, but the main thing was I had to make sure I'd be in time to receive you when you arrived. Inazuma may have closed off to the outside world, but that hasn't stopped a lot of people from hearing about your feats in Mondstadt and Liyue. So, when Miss Kamisato heard of your intention to come to Inazuma, she began looking forward to your arrival with great anticipation. She's excited to find out whether the rumors are true. That is, that you have what it takes to change the tide of the times.
Change the tide of the times?
In the test I gave you earlier, although there were a few hiccups at the end, it was you who found the way to turn the situation around. Navigating powerful people, using their character flaws to your advantage. It's just what Miss Kamisato had hoped to see. With your help, even the Vision Hunt decree.
Wait, I do want to help. So I'm not going to flat out refuse. I'm going to point out that I didn't offer. I think that's probably fair.
That's an unexpected development. Perhaps our sources were misleading. Yes, of course. I completely understand, and as agreed, I shall help set that up for you.
Toma sure didn't put up much of a fight.
Well, my work on Rito is done. So I suppose this is goodbye for now. Oh, one more thing. This invitation letter is for you. When you get to Narukami Island, you can find me at the Komori Tea House, as per the letter. Good luck with everything. See you soon.
Does that mean I can go there now?
Toma's not such a bad guy, huh? We should get going.
There's a problem, apparently.
Huh? What's up? Oh, right! Paimon forgot all about that! Wait, so did Toma forget that too?
But we have an invitation letter. I guess that helps us when we get there, but it doesn't help us leave, probably.
Oh, darn it! No wonder he was so matter-of-fact about the whole thing! As soon as we get off Ritu, Paimon's going straight to Komori Tea House to settle the score! Well, guess we should give it a try. Let's head to the border and see how far we get.
Yeah, he's gonna make us interact with the situation enough to feel personally involved and stuff about it, I think. That figures. Can I level anybody with that? Oh, I leveled you already. Who do I need then? Am I just saving them for you at this point? I guess I could start leveling you. But, I'm gonna wait for now.
Enjoy the blessing of Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Try to leave and see what happens, I guess.
Stop there! Present your travel permits.
Great.
Sorry, but we really gotta get to Narukami Island. It's kinda urgent.
That's not cool.
If you don't have a travel permit, this is as far as you'll get. Those are the rules.
As expected. Traveler, you gotta think of something. How do we get out of Rito? Are you saying we should go and meet with the Kanjo Commissioner?
Oh boy.
Guess it can't hurt to try. Even if Paimon has a few choice words to say about his subordinates. Who knows? Maybe he's our biggest fan.
Lizard tail,
Alright, I'm
pepper,
back.
star conch.
Hi.
What else do I need to create the most dreadfully
Tommy Island is up
disgusting
ahead.
cocktail?
Cannot pass without a permit.
Do
What's
you
up?
know who I am?
I don't know, honey.
I'd so like to know.
How is I supposed to know that?
I don't know.
Well, what would you call me?
I would call you Wolfie, I think.
Okay.
I wasn't waiting for you.
Well, that helps a little.
I just happened to
And
be resting.
what would you call Sid?
I'm thinking I'm on a live stream.
Yeah, you are. Did you not know that? I'm sorry.
It's okay. Well, I know I whittle, so I can put whittles. But I would still like to know for real.
Have you tried looking at any pictures? Like profile pictures to see if anyone feels familiar?
I don't think I have a picture. So that not very helpful.
What about Plural Kit?
No, I don't think I have a picture.
It doesn't have to be a picture. You might have a thing on Plural Kit still.
No, I don't think so. I think guys were making fun of me.
No, they're not making fun of you.
Yeah, I'm thinking so.
I think they're surprised that you don't have a picture. Like, the audacity. How dare you not have a picture? You deserve one, kind of thing.
But simple picture like picture water.
Well, that's because that's how you said it.
Well,
and who knows, maybe Ashley's little. Maybe they're slidey.
Okay, I like that reason.
Yeah, this is our new headcanon. Ashley is now slidey.
The dog keep moving out of the camera. You're
She
just
doesn't like to sit
follows
still.
to show you a person stand down. So I can't even see you because the light's not on. I
Why
guess
not
they
turn
can
the
see
light
you
on?
a little. Well, because it's really very bright. And my head hurts a little. Oh, my head hurts a medium.
Hello,
what am I
Tomo.
doing? I'm playing game. No, I don't have a health potion. I have a soda. Is more grounding. But I am plus a way to drink it.
What's up?
No fan. Hey, you left. It's not my fault. Don't you look at me like that. You can't leave and then look at me like I banish you. You leaving all by yourself. She looking at me like I'm food.
No, she probably wants a treat or smelled some.
Yeah, I'm gonna put this thing on you so that you cannot eat me or run away. I see Madman. Is she trying to eat it? She glare at me again. Face looks angry. Your face looks angry, so is your voice. No. I will keep play game.
Okay.
Maybe I figure out who I am then.
Maybe.
Let's go, let's go.
Otherwise, maybe it's not matter.
Well, whoever you are, it's okay for you to be here. Okay?
Halt! This is the Kanjo Commissioner's office. No trespassers.
I'm not a trespasser, I
We're
don't
here
think.
to see, the
I
Kanjo
think I'm on Inazuma now.
The Kanjo Commissioner seldom entertains Outlanders. Leave now or we'll be forced to...
Ah, wait.
Oh, Commissioner!
Yep.
These
Definitely.
two are honored guests from afar. No need to give them the usual spiel. Come on in. Let's see what we can do for you.
Did you get all that, mister?
My sincere apologies.
I made it to
Yeah,
Inazuma.
yes, sincere apologies.
Honey, it's okay.
Scare me.
I know. I'm sorry, honey. She's trying a task. She thinks
that
you need help.
stretch feels good.
It's okay. She's not gonna hurt you, I promise. If you tell her to lay down or sit, that should help. Her name is Charlie. Can you do that? Say Charlie. Charlie, sit. And then hold your hand like a cup.
Charlie, sit.
Lizard
Say
tail,
no.
pepper, star
I'll
conch.
come help. I'm on the way.
What else do I need to create the most dreadfully disgusting cocktail?
Charlie, no. No. Up. Up. Turn. Turn. Down. Lay down. Hi. It's okay. You're safe. Hi. No, it's not gonna eat you. If anything, it just wants to run. It's okay. You're safe. You're on a live stream. Do you know that? Do you know what calls it?
That stretch feels good.
See these? Do you see these buttons down here? Can you see these and read them? You can't read them? Okay, here, one second. Can you hit? What that one's right? That one. Now you're not on it. Yeah. The stream is paused currently.
No, it's so noise.
Yeah. Wait, it shows noise still? Oh, okay. Okay, let me look at what that key is. I don't know how, where it has them set up. Mute mic is We'll be right back. One sec. Just gonna take care of this.
Alright, there we go. Almost there. Got it. Sorry about that. We should be good now, at least for a little bit, I would think. Oh, we're wearing makeup, that's right. Alright. Let's try to keep going at least a little bit longer. What's the notice? No, Charlie, you're okay. Oh, okay. Quest. But that's what I'm already doing. Why are you telling me about it? It gave me a notification to look at a new quest, but it's the quest I was already navigated to.
Of course.
Well, Charlie's having fun at least. Yeah, that's your bed. You tear it up as much as you want, I guess. She hasn't actually, like, torn into it at all yet. She just likes pawing at it like that, I guess. I'm glad you liked my video. Thank you. Okay, let's go.
I am Hiragi Shinsuke, Kanjo Commissioner and head of the Hiragi clan. It's an honor to meet you both.
Well, I'm not gonna say hey there.
Nice to meet you, sir. So, the reason we wanted to come and see you was because...
Alright, all in good time. 2 travelers renowned far and wide have shown up to see me, and I should very much like to make their acquaintance. Let's not limit this to business only.
So what you're saying is, we really are pretty famous, huh?
Absolutely. How many other people in the world have what it takes to knock the wind out of Storm Terror's sails and put the Overlord of the Vortex back under the sea, eh?
Exactly! Paimon thinks you make an excellent point.
And I hear you also foiled a Fatui plot in Liyue Harbor. Even beat one of their harbingers in a duel. Is that true?
Absolutely, it's true.
You heard about that too? Yep, it's true, all right.
As I thought.
Something wrong?
No. I'm simply awestruck by you both is all.
Oh, no worries, Ashley. Thank you for letting us know that audio is still going, by the way. Okay.
Rito is greatly honored to have you visit us. One other thing I heard about you is your great zeal for helping other people. This makes me wonder whether you might be so kind as to render your assistance to the Kanjo Commission.
Oh, sure,
I might be really close to you in the quest.
Whatever you need,
Yeah,
right?
probably. The one you were starting as we were starting the stream is where we started for yesterday's stream, I think. Or partway through that quest, maybe. But we were doing it really slowly because we a lot of times stop partway through dialogue and stuff to talk to the stream about various things.
I've also been trying to go quick.
Yeah, so you are very likely catching up.
Excellent. Well then. You must know the Qingxian. A flower grows on the mountaintops of Liyue.
I have a bunch of those.
We've picked a few of those before. So, you want us to go back to Liyue?
Yes, bring me 300 Qingxian, would you?
300?
Freshly picked, I mean.
Did Paimon hear that wrong?
Too much trouble, is it? I see. Then how about this? We have a few items that need delivering. Perhaps you can help with that?
That
Probably.
sounds much more like it.
709 letters to be precise.
Of course.
Hey, what gives? How come you don't have people to do that already?
Terribly sorry. We're just a little short on people lately.
What sort of an explanation is that? Traveler, what are we going to do? Should we really help this guy?
That's the spirit. Don't keep me waiting too long now.
Wouldn't dream of it.
You're seriously considering taking this job? The terms are ridiculous.
Halt, you two!
Huh? What did we do?
Miss Hiragi has a letter for you. She insists that you read it immediately.
A letter? Quick, let Paimon see.
Uh-oh. Oh, okay.
So this means she wants you to secretly meet her at night? But you didn't seem surprised at all by this. What's going on?
How did you write this so quickly? Also, this sounds romantic.
Huh? Have you been up to something behind Paimon's back? Let's ask her tonight and see what she has to say.
Or maybe she knew we were coming and had the letter pre-written or something. It's also lightly perfumed, apparently. Oh, I have to change the time.
Tail?
Forgot to look at what it said. Like 18 or something, right? Probably.
Pepper.
Is that late enough?
Star Conch?
Yeah.
What else do we need to
Oh,
create
gosh.
the most dreadfully disgusting cocktail?
I accidentally pressed the space bar and I jump scared myself by jumping. It was pretty impressive.
Good job.
Thanks. Don't mind me just telling you that it's impressive so that you tell me good job.
Ah, you finally arrived. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Hiragi Chisato. This is technically the second time we have met. It's a pleasure to see you again.
Wow. She's the daughter of the Hiragi clan, all right.
When did we meet before? DID problems. You claim to have met me before, but I'm apparently delighted to see you again.
No need to be so formal. I've long marveled at your accomplishments, and at last we have the chance to meet.
Were you
Is that Paimon, or does something seem a bit off here?
The reason why I wanted to secretly meet you here is, well, I feared that I might never have another opportunity to discuss this with you.
Yeah, this feels gay.
What?
I should like to ask for your help with delivering a letter.
Like father, like daughter. Couldn't you be more original?
No, you misunderstand me. Please, allow me to explain. I was hoping that you could deliver a letter to Narukami Island in my stead. It is to be given to Kujo Kamaji of the Tenryou Commission. My father has always forbidden me from communicating with him. He knows that there are prospects for my marriage that would better serve him politically. But my heart is with Kamaji. There is no one who would dare defy my father's will on Rito, but you are Outlanders. Outlanders seeking to get to Narukami Island. It would be regrettable to let such an opportunity pass.
Not so gay after all.
Paimon gets the whole picture now.
Of course, in doing so, I will also do everything in my power to help you leave Rito. That is my promise. To be perfectly honest, as long as you remain in Inazuma, my father will have no intention of letting you leave Rito.
Yeah, we figured as much. It was pretty obvious he was just trying to hold us up here.
I secretly overheard a conversation between my father and a very arrogant-sounding woman just a few days ago. They seemed to be discussing how to keep you here on Rito. In fact, it was the first time I had ever heard my father speak so respectfully to someone who wasn't the Shogun.
When they keep saying I'm not able to leave, I have a whole map full of teleports that I could just click on. You can't trap me here.
We don't have much time. I'll tell you my plans to help you off the island. It just so happens that a shipment of goods is... Very well. I'll be waiting for you at the border. I'm counting on you to deliver my letter.
Okay. One letter is much easier than 709 or whatever it was. Yeah, I can't get to the next island that way, but I can, like, go back to Liyue. Shortcut. Don't mind me just walking on your trees. I'm sure that's not suspicious at all. Oh.
Hold on, please. These goods are being sent to Watatsumi Island?
My lady, this is an unexpected honor. You are correct. These goods have been repeatedly requested by the Kanjo Commissioner. We must be certain that they reach Watatsumi Island intact.
Is there something wrong, Lady Hiragi?
No, as you were. My father simply has some concerns of the shipment's safety, and has ordered that myself and an additional qualified escort be dispatched to ensure safe transport of the goods.
My lady, you aren't suggesting that you intend to escort this shipment personally, are you? There's certainly no need for you to trouble yourself with such a matter. And as for this qualified escort...
Please, do not cause us any further delay. If memory serves me right, my father has already asserted that this shipment must arrive on time. I'm certain punishment will be duly dispensed if it fails to do so.
Yes, of course, my lady. It's just that, well, we don't know who this...
Now, need I remind you of the penalty if anything were to happen to me en route? I'm sure you are all quite familiar with my father's temperament. Do you really presume that you can fully guarantee my safety on your own?
Boy, Chisato can talk the talk. They don't stand a chance.
Yes, my lady. Very well then. It's an honor to have you accompanying us. Your safety is our highest priority.
Shinojo, you can't really be agreeing to this.
Well, the request is from Lady Hiragi herself. It is our duty to serve her in the utmost capacity.
Yes, but that's not the problem here.
Well then, if we're through here, I suggest we set off at once. Dawdling will only allow potential thieves more time to prepare, no?
Yes, my lady. You heard her? There's no time to lose.
My lady, please stay back. We'll handle it.
Not as well as
Handle
we'll
what?
handle it.
Handle what? Oh.
Where'd that come from?
Oh, they froze me. That's really weird.
I'm around. Windblade.
Oh, you.
Teamwork is dreamwork.
I got careless. The wrong test subject.
Let's get down to business. Monster sighted. Prepare to counterattack.
Protect Lady Hiraki at all costs.
We'll take care of this. Stay with Chisato.
Adventure time. Let's light it up.
Jeez. Okay. Who else? Is there somebody else fighting? What? What's wrong?
Do you need to put the fire out?
Oh, maybe.
Pew pew.
Yeah, that seems to have been it. Okay. Good thing I had a nice character on me. I want whatever that is. General crap. Okay.
Watch out! More monsters inbound!
Lady Hiraki,
Yeah,
stay close.
I know.
Prepare to be blown away.
My blade!
This isn't over. Cheap tricks.
Pew pew. Can't handle your drink, huh?
Take this. I'm ready.
Say no more! To the fairy!
Windblade.
Okay.
We can take refuge in the village up ahead. How are you
Welcome
faring, my
to the
lady?
Chat.
I'm perfectly all
Welcome
right. You may stop here. The road to Narukami Island is just over there. In my letter, I've requested Kamaji to grant you a special travel permit from the Tenryou Commission. Consider it a token of my appreciation.
My lady.
So that's how it is. I had a feeling something was amiss, but Shinojo, you...
No, Lady Hiragi would never hide anything from us, I'm sure of it. But who is this Kamaji you speak of, my lady?
I'm not afraid to say that he's the one I love.
The one you love?
Shinojo, did you honestly think that...
Oh,
What?
boy.
No, I was just clarifying, that's all. I would never in my wildest dreams,
Sure.
You two needn't worry. Please, forget that this ever happened. If my father catches word of it, I alone will be held accountable.
Yes, of course. As you wish, my lady.
But what will happen if your actions here are discovered, Chisato?
Don't fret. My father has always been one to spoil me. The worst he'd do is sentence me to half a day without food, or something to that effect.
Huh. Paimon never suspected a guy like him could have a soft side.
I wish you a safe journey. I'm sure we will meet again.
Bye, Chisato!
Come now. Quit your staring and let's get moving. We've got goods to shift.
All right.
Poor guy. Oh, I unlocked something. Nice.
Whew! We're finally on our own way again! I suppose it's time we find Toma. Now, where did he say he would meet us again?
Okay.
Oh, right! Komori Tea House!
I think I'm at the exact same point you are right now.
Oh. You just escorted the thing?
Uh-huh. And I just got the unlock thing that you did.
Wow. Okay, nice.
Heck yeah, dude.
Oh, I can grab this teleport on the way. Wherever it might be. Where is it? Right there.
Holy
Oh,
crap.
it's a little
That's
kid.
so cool.
Wait, what's that? That's boring. I will take those though. What's that?
There's gonna be so much new stuff.
Okay, well, I'll figure that out eventually. There's another teleport over here.
There's so many new resources.
Wait, that's an electro sealy? But then it made a whole, like, thing around it, so... How do we get it? Should I go back? Is it, like, really hard? Do I need a specific element or something? Wait. Got an electro butterfly thing. I got another one. They zoom fast, but otherwise the same. Okay.
Be gone! Let's light it up! That's gonna hurt in the morning! Why do they never miss?
Excuse me, please. Well, that's not what I said, but okay. Sure.
Teamwork is dreamwork!
I would like to heal.
Let's light it up!
You. Oh, you died too. Even better. Oh, there's a chest out of that. Cool. I'll take it. And a random potato.
Even better than I
sure.
imagined. It's my lucky day.
Wait, now where's the... Where am I going? Over here. Oh, I bet I have to break all these things. That just takes fire, right? That seems correct so far. At least his cooldown is ridiculously fast. Oh,
Let's light it up! Why do they never miss?
I got too close to it.
That's gonna hurt in the morning.
What?
Ow!
How else do I get in there? Electric.
Here we go.
Is that? This. Probably.
Whoa. What the heck? The lightning sealies are whack, dude.
Okay. That's cool. Can I get this in any way? So where did the Sealy go? How do I get that? Do I just jump from somewhere higher up? Is this high enough? Okay, good. It's a good start. You are so fast. What the heck? Okay, I got it.
Sick.
Now that's what I call treasure.
Okay, that was cool. I like that.
Yeah, the Sealies are cool.
What are these things? Guess I'll find out eventually. Oh, I guess I could have teleported back here. Oh well. I'm exploring. I can take my time. Can I fish here? There would be ripples.
So much cool stuff.
So probably not. Oh, there's someone fishing right there. What fishing supplies do you have? How much is it? Oh, I have to exchange fish for it. That's right. Mind.
Wow.
That's right. So
have
good.
you... Where are you at currently? Okay, you're at the fisherman person.
Yeah. I was gonna try to buy better gear and stuff from them, but I forgot I have to trade fish. I can't trade any of the stuff I already have. Wait, there's another teleport over here somewhere.
You know those things that like let you summon the dendro orbs?
Yeah.
Have you come across one of those but for Electro yet?
Yes. That's how I got into the dome, to get the
Have you
sweetie.
touched it?
Yeah.
Did you get to teleport somewhere?
What?
Okay, so you didn't.
I guess
Press
not.
G real quick. Press G real quick.
I guess I didn't.
Do you have one for those?
No,
would be
it would have
called
been up here.
Thunder Sphere.
It would have been a recent one.
Yeah, do you have anyone called Thunder Sphere?
No.
Okay. Next time you find one of those, click it and see if you get that notification thing.
Okay.
It's so cool. I'm excited for you to find out. I won't spoil it.
Okay, thanks.
Oh my god, though.
Oh, cool.
Huh?
I investigated something and there was a random bad spear inside.
Nice. Oh, lightning sealing. Where you gonna go? Oh my god, dude, you're so fast. This would be a real nice time to have an Electro character. Oh, that was comfortable
I'm gonna
using
get
it at
this
least.
while I'm right here.
How am I supposed to follow you, little Sealy? You're so fast.
Yeah, they are so fast.
I love it. They're so cool.
It does make
There's so
it
much
pretty
new
cool.
stuff. I'm so excited now.
Yeah.
There's so much new stuff. Like, I was excited before because of the story and everything. Now I'm really fucking excited. God, there's so much stuff.
Where am I going? Oh. Okay.
According to the letter, this should be the place.
Sorry, we don't serve the general public. I'm afraid you'll have to leave.
Wait! We're not the general public.
Well then, you must be a
Oh.
couple of wandering outlanders that snuck
Cool,
into
I
the
found an old
nation,
handcart.
judging by your attire.
Are our clothes really so...
hello.
What Paimon means to say is...
Here's our invitation letter.
The Yashiro Commission's seal. This must be from Mr. Toma. It seems there's more to you than meets the eye.
Obviously.
In which case, welcome to the Komore Tea House, a safe haven for the Yashiro Commission.
Well, that sounds more like it.
Oh, go to the shop when I have a chance? Okay. Well, I'm right here, so I'm gonna do this part first. Is this not?
Tea is this?
This is okay. The door is the place to enter. That makes sense. I'm smart, I promise.
Yeah, doors are usually entrances.
Well, now that
You
we're
are
here,
smart. Good
where's
job.
Toma? Paimon doesn't see him anywhere. Do you think he forgot his promise to meet us?
Oh my god,
Who
there's
forgot their
dog.
promise? I was beginning to think you'd forgotten about me.
Oh,
Is that dog talking
Oh
to
my
us?
god.
it's a Shiba.
Relax.
It's a
No
Shiba
need to look so
Inu.
surprised. I take it this is the first time you've seen me in this form?
Are you this far yet?
I immediately ditched the quest as soon as they stopped letting me guide the balloon.
I don't want to spoil this for you.
I immediately ditched the fucking quest.
You need to get to the tea house. We might like it a lot, you don't know. We can be excited.
Huh.
So far,
So you
I like
didn't
it
see
a
anything
lot.
like
It's
this
got
when
some
you were
cool
in Liyue
stuff.
Harbor?
Now that you mention it, this does suddenly seem less out of the ordinary.
all right.
Oh,
I've had my
okay.
fun.
Hey, you're this close to getting an ugly nickname, mister!
Well, I've had some time to kill, given that I've been waiting here for you for so long, as was the case in Rito.
At least I'm getting
So
the
I
stupid
came up with this
handguards
little
that I
fun
need.
greeting for when you arrived.
What was that?
But in all seriousness, I would like to apologize about that little test you went through earlier.
Whoa.
Though it was quite necessary. It helped us
What the fuck
determine
was
whether or
that?
not to bring you before Miss Kamisato, and whether you had the courage to face the lightning alongside us.
Don't think that Paimon's gonna forgive you just because you're getting all serious now.
Sorry, did I
What's
overdo
this?
it? My apologies.
What's what?
I don't know.
Fair enough.
Let me just say this. You've often found yourself skirting the rules from the very beginning, haven't you? Naturally, this is due
suppose.
to your unwavering and resolute determination. A long time ago, we had a friend who was much the same. But when the lightning struck... Ah, so you've heard of his story. His light still burns all the more brightly.
Mine? Oh, I need to.
Yes,
bring
of
a picture
course.
for this.
I will bring you to the Kamisato residence where the Yashiro Commission is
Hey,
located.
golly.
But before that, there is one other place I was hoping you both would accompany me to.
Oh? Where?
I would like you to come with me to the statue of the omnipresent god. It's still under construction now, but you can already see it from practically anywhere on Narukami Island.
Uh-oh. Ashley, are you possibly a little bit behind on recent streams? Because I'll try not to spoil stuff for you if you are.
Oh, I see.
Maybe I'll do this first and stop at the shop.
Interesting.
you did see that part with Dane. Okay. This is not going toward the shop, I don't think. Maybe it is, in a roundabout way. Wait, what?
Give me half a
Okay,
chance.
maybe it's not. I don't know. Maybe it is?
That's okay.
I'll figure it out. Don't mind me. I'm just gonna investigate this pot and apparently find a watch inside of it, and that's mine now, so... Shop is this way. I'll do that first. Wait, is this the shop? Wait. The bag. That's the shop. Groceries? Okay. I will buy something, probably. Okay. Oh, this is one of the things I need, right? So I might as well just buy all of those, probably. I don't think that's the only thing I need for her, though, is it? No, I need this too. So I need to fight specters. Don't know if I can get there yet.
What's that? What this?
Thank you, Ashley. Really appreciate that.
You can find everything and anything in Tsukumomono groceries.
Ashley, have you seen my video that went up today? Because you're one of not very many people who actually knew me a little bit before.
Error.
Okay.
Dang it.
Yes, that is where I need to go. Yes, please. Okay, good. That's where I need to go. Oh, I can exchange for them. Where?
What's this? Oh.
Here, maybe?
Oh.
Oh, sorry, I ran right into you. I didn't mean to.
It's adorable.
I think this time
I
it
guess
turned out
not
better
you.
than before.
Where do I trade? Or I get rates? I don't...
Oh, these are gonna be a pain in the ass
Maybe
to
I'm
collect.
just dumb. I don't know.
Special yakitori for sale. Come and try some.
Yeah, I don't think you knew me that well as Kitty. I think we... Yeah. You did. But for Ashley, I think we might have been on like one or maybe a couple voice calls early on. Like really
Special
early on.
yakitori for sale. Come and try some.
But other than that, probably just like occasionally in chat or something. I'm not sure. Well, I guess I know I can get it on that island, so I just go there. What the heck? How do I get there? I don't understand. How do I go there? Wait, the same shop? Is that what you mean? Is there a different option to trade that I didn't see? Oh. I do use this? Oh, okay. Do I need to go there first? Oh, the shop in the shop menu? That would make sense.
Wow.
Oh yeah, these are the fates. So I just go to it. Okay. What? Survey.
Yeah, they conduct surveys all the time. If you do them, they give you more. And stuff.
It's too much right now. I'll do that off stream.
Yeah, it's not a big deal. They happen all the time.
Okay, so it's still heading the same direction.
Reboot.
And then get to the thing. Probably this way? I can at least grab this while I'm here. I went the wrong way. That's fine. Oh, there's stuff in the water. Can I get it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You can get that.
Yeah.
Seagrass.
I think I would like to see the ocean.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do it.
I'll pull up some pictures sometime. That's about what we can afford. Are you gonna let me in?
What kind
Cool.
of mask should I make now?
Should I fight these guys? I'm gonna do it. Do the thing. Thank you. Cool. That was nice. Oh. Why is it doing that to me?
Prepare to be blown away!
Bye. To be fair, that move is pretty nice against hilly trolls.
A reward on the road.
Is this the thing? That's the same thing that I need to grab a thingy first. Right? So where is that?
Here's what?
I see it. I need to grab the electro thing to open the dome to get to the thing to get to the other island. Oh, now there's a teleport thing. How do I do it? T. Okay. So it's like, oh, I need to get all the way there. I see. Okay. I'll run out of time otherwise.
Oh.
Get there in time. Oh, good. Okay. Oh, that's a type of waypoint. Oh, that's really cool. Oh, that's cool. Is this what happened? Oh, sailing? Oh, that's cool. Wait, I really like that.
Huh? You can drive a boat? Oh, that's so cool.
Talk to Catherine at the Adventurers Guild. I am going to quickly get rid of my pin, because I don't need that anymore. Oh, the controls are bad on mobile. Yeah, I bet. Oh, I can go fast. This is really cool. I like this. That happened in between the two streams, Ashley. We had 3 new followers in between the 2 streams. And we got 1 new last stream. Uh-oh. Okay, good. I can recover it.
Oh, that's so cool.
So it's like running, it's not like swimming. I don't die if I run out of stamina. That's good. But that got us so much closer to the mini goal of dressing up Charlie as a hot dog. And also closer to our goal for reaching affiliate.
Oh, thing. What the fuck are you? Ooh.
Oh, I can go fast, I forgot. Yeah, no kidding. If I drove the boat too fast and then it sank. Oh, this is pretty. It's also kind of like dystopian, but it's pretty. You know what I mean? Maybe I won't go that way. I'm gonna go ahead and go this way.
Gotta relearn all the mechanics for this area. Rooftop.
Wait, E? I can shoot bombs out of this thing.
Oh my god. Wait, there's a left click too. And a right click.
Oh my god. I don't know what right click does.
Maybe it's like a speed burst. But you have to be moving or
Whoa!
something to use it.
Holding spacebar launches me out and has me automatically flying. That's pretty cool too.
That's cool.
This is so cool. Oh my gosh. What is that? Okay, those look like potentially scary enemies. I'm gonna try to sneak around them. There's so much lightning. I want to get the thing to unlock all the map area. Don't electrocute me, game. Oh, that's pretty.
Huh?
I unlocked a new area of the map and it's pretty. I like it a lot. Do I have anything to give you? Literally none. Okay. That's alright. Thanks for healing me. So where am I going? Wait. It's that thing I just bought some of. Oh well. I'll need more of them. But I am gonna try to collect these since I'm right here. Are there more? Oh, there we go.
Flowers are so pretty here.
I need to get over there. Okay.
Oh my gosh, there's so much stuff. What's that?
This is gonna be really fun to explore. Oh. Watch that. Get one more. Thank you. Oh boy. You look like an enemy. Level 47. What element? Oh.
Where are you? Power the desert high I'm a rock.
Wet, so I can freeze.
I'm not shaking. I'm not.
I could just like freeze you over and over.
Her Majesty's power flows through me.
Pew pew.
Why did you stand in the water? I guess it's kind of stormy anyway, so it might not have mattered.
I'm a rock.
Out of my sight.
There we go. Bye. You didn't drop anything I need because you're not the enemy I need to fight, but that's okay. I forgive you.
There's fox statues everywhere. So many fox statues.
I found another scene. Wait, what? Oh, that might be what I need.
Pew pew.
Is that what I need? Oh gosh. I can't I can't see.
Yeah.
What are those?
I have no idea if this will work on you, but I'm interested to find out. I guess it does a little.
Let's light it up.
Windblade.
That's one of the things I need. No, stop hitting me. That's really rude. Now hit me. Well, whatever. That's nice at least. Oh, I got 2 from you. Nice. That might be enough already. It is. Oh, it's more than I needed.
If you haven't mastered the...
Okay. And I get a thing for that. So I can do a wish after that too if I want to. And I can see how much I can level you up immediately. Okay, what happens if instead I do this? That's worse. That's not enough. Okay, this is fine. I can't ascend you again. I need a couple more of these, many more of those, and some of these. Ruined serpents. I can't get those yet. Okay. Well. I made some progress, and that's high enough that I could potentially technically use her. That's the same level Barbara is, and I still use her, so if I leveled up like her weapon and artifacts and everything enough, I'd still be able to use her before then, you know? Why do you have to go the opposite of the way I'm supposed to be going?
Oh,
Little
hey, I
silly.
found the sunken sands place that I needed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's on Rito.
Rito?
Mm-hmm. That first island.
The first island is called Narukami.
Well, Toma kept calling it Rito, so that's what I called it.
Oh, that's the small village island. I'm on the one to the right of that, the big one. With Mount Yuku, Konda Village.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
None of those.
Oh, it was there? Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. I'm starting to lose
There's
count.
also a boss I gotta farm out in the ocean somewhere. Heck.
Where am I going? No, I'm going this way. Okay.
Well, since I'm here...
Oh gosh, you don't need to follow me. Oh. No, bye. No, you didn't see me. I know I ran right next to you, but you didn't see me. Just pretend. Ah, okay, okay. I ran out of stamina right as you attacked. That's not very nice. Oh gosh. Okay, I don't have any stamina. It's fine. At least I have that, so if I die, I can get right back here. What? There you are. Okay, sure. You're in this random little tent that I didn't even see. Of course. Hi. What? Sure.
Oh. That's cool.
Wow.
I should have bought them instead. Wait, never mind. Ooh.
Makes sense.
I forgot stuff hurts now.
Let me do that.
If you ever want to trade tactics, I'm on.
Oh, I have an achievement too. Oh, I have many achievements. Okay. That's nice. Is that it? Yeah. Okay. Wish. I'm saving those, but I'll use this one. Alright. Normal cool steel sword. That's fine. Closer to a better one for next time. I think I might wrap it up here. I'm starting to crash some. We already had a pretty big day. Even before the stream. But thank you guys for hanging out. I will try to do a raid and hopefully that'll work. And we'll keep unlocking and exploring Inazuma soon. We will probably do some of that in co-op very soon. But we might like try to unlock a little bit more of it first if we're close to that. But another thing we're gonna do soon, because we were pushing pretty hard to get here to get those items to level up Kuki specifically, but now that we have those, especially if we get her ascended one more time, ideally, we might slow down a little bit on like main Archon quests and stuff and catch up on some of the things that we kind of held off on in order to keep pushing the Archon quest, like doing the weekly boss fight things and the domains that are just one time only, doing more domains in general than we have been, maybe trying Spiral Abyss again, doing some of the other like side quest, world quest stuff, maybe trying some story quests. Like there's a bunch of those types of things that we were just so focused on the Archon quest to get here that we haven't done as much of those lately. Yeah, I might unlock some more of the statues offline. That's something that we've done a lot before for other areas. And especially now that we've seen like some of what the area looks like and stuff like that, it's not as much of like missing out on our reactions as it would be if we hadn't seen Inazuma at all yet and unlocked it type thing. Although we did accidentally do that with the like Sumeru Dendro area, but we didn't know we had access to that yet. We assumed that all of it was going to be the Geo area and that it was going to be like quest locked to get to the new area, but we were wrong. But oh, they're each extremely different. Well, maybe we'll save it for the stream then. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, there's a bunch of other stuff we can do in the game, and we don't necessarily want to rush through the main storyline. So we might slow down that part of it a little bit going forward, but I'm sure we will come back to it still fairly regularly. It'll depend somewhat on the mood that we're in and stuff like that, I would think. But yeah. And you guys can also let us know, like, if you're getting sick of certain types of gameplay in the streams and stuff like that. We can switch it up more. But we might also try to also do some other games again sometimes. Because we've been doing pretty much just Genshin for like a couple weeks straight now, I think, at least. So yeah, we're gonna try to do a raid, so stick around for that if you can. And if it doesn't work, like is sometimes the case, we will say that in chat. So thank you guys as always for hanging out, and we'll see you for our next stream. Bye!